G'day friends, and welcome to another one of my videos. Now today we're talking about YouTube and some of the mistakes that I've made and I'm still making that's stopping my channel from growing. So if I've learned anything, I've got some advice for you if you're thinking about starting your own YouTube channel, and hopefully it's more successful than mine. But hey, I'm doing the dad thing, do as I say, not do as I do, so stick around. And welcome back. Now it's been a while since I've done one of these walk and talk vlogs, so hopefully I didn't get too much out of breath. Now today's discussion I guess came about from some personal reflection about what I'm doing with my channel and how things can get better or could have been better if I've made some decisions right in the beginning of the channel creation. So we're going to talk about some of the things that I've done that I think were detrimental to the subscribership, because if you have a look at some of the videos that I've made, they actually get quite a number of views. So I think it's more to do with the regularity of the content. It's also about the, I guess, variation of the content. So I think let's have a chat about that and see what we can come up with. I guess it's one of the downsides of going out for a bushwalk when everybody's out and about. Should have done this a lot earlier, then I wouldn't have had to have worn my mask. Okay, let's find a nice spot by the side of the beach. Hopefully we won't stack it going down this. Stack it. Does anyone use that language anymore? I guess it's me showing my age. But yeah, stacking still hurts when you fall down. Okay, I think this is a good spot near the harbour. It's low tide, so you can see a lot of the barnacles and the Sydney rock oysters, which apparently were delicious at one point in time, but I wouldn't try eating these ones. They may give you poisoning or something like that. Anyway, so back on topic. Okay, so let's talk about one of the first mistakes that I made. So when I originally intended creating the channel, it was supposed to be about drones. I thought it was a cool gadget. I thought it was something that was going to be there for around a long time, and so therefore I invested into a drone. Now I loved it, don't get me wrong, I still love drones, they're pretty useful. But then when everyone started getting one, the regulations came crashing down so hard that you practically couldn't fly them anywhere. And then when DJI introduced geo zoning or geo-locking, what happened was that I couldn't actually even fly it around here because obviously I was breaking the rules. Sydney Harbour is a working harbour, and there's seaplanes and things like that and helicopters, so obviously we can't fly around with that type of traffic around. So anyway, that killed the concept of my channel. And then I think from then on I got more in love, or I fell more in love with YouTube and content creation and vlogging and travel and things like that. And so my channel became a generic catch-all. Now, although it revolves primarily around tech and trying to create tech for YouTube content creation, it's really hard to get the algorithm to suggest your channel to people if you're constantly chopping and changing. Funny enough, the two topics which have given me more traffic to my channel have been drones, and they're the very early videos that I made almost 2 years ago, and also the, let's say, the Canon M50 videos. When I finally got the M50, it was a affordable compact camera that obviously people interested in travel and vlogging, there was a lot of buzz around the camera. And so, you know, I made a few videos on time-lapse and some of the features, and those videos to this day still get tons of traffic. So it does pay to be consistent, because what happens is that as a consumer, you know, you want to I guess, familiarize yourself with the product that you want to purchase or have already purchased. So you find someone that's creating content for that product online, and so you get them coming back because they want to learn more and they want to do, you know, more things with their equipment. And so I think because I was so, I guess, in love with all these gadgets that I was getting when I was traveling, obviously there was a lack of consistency. Now, the other thing that is always in the back of my mind when it comes to my YouTube channel is the consistency of the posting. A lot of people use the term feeding the beast, but you know, honestly, it's just like anything else. The more effort you put into it, the more traffic and sort of attention you're gonna get. So I think the first, from right at the front, you need to have an idea that you're going to have to create content at least twice a week at a minimum if you want sort of the algorithm and people that subscribe to your channel feel that you're actually in it for, you know, in it for good practically. So I think that's what they're looking for, consistency. What a gorgeous day. Too bad we have to be locked down. So anyway, at least we can get out to do some exercise, and I think vlogging comes into the category of exercising. Anyway, that's what I'll use in the court of law if I get caught walking around. Anyway, it is low tide, so I can reach some of these beaches that you normally can't get when the tide's up. So have a look at this, and obviously it's not a swimming beach. I'm sure there'll be quite a number of sharks in the bay, but it's not shark attack time, so I should be okay if I got crazy and I decided to jump in the water. That I'm not gonna do. I promise to you, I will not put you through that torture. Anyway, I think I found the next spot just to finish off our conversation for today. Wow, now this is a good spot. You can't get to this particular little beach here when it's high tide, so you have to either jump off the rocks, which I don't recommend because it's not deep enough, or wait till low tide comes in so you can walk across the rocks to get to this particular beach. So it's beautiful. What a gorgeous day in spring in Sydney. This is my favorite time in Sydney. In the future, fingers crossed, when we're all out of this mess and you want to come to Sydney, come in springtime, August, September, October. Don't come here when it's blazing hot because it's just way too hot, but spring's great. So let's round off this conversation. So I did say, you know, when you are going to set up your channel, make sure that you have the topic in mind and you're consistent with delivering content around that topic. And I think that's the important bit that builds that community that's going to stick with you for a long period of time, because you know what they say, you know, birds of a feather flock together. They tend to create a community and then sort of stick around that content creator. And then the other thing is that once you have people's commitment to subscribe, you have to make sure that you continue providing them with the content that they obviously subscribe for in the first place. So being consistent, and it's okay to slow down from time to time. I think a lot of people put a lot of pressure on themselves, especially content creators, to make sure that the content is coming out, you know, frequently, and there's a lot of it. But I think personally, I think quality is better than quantity. The way I see it, I love making videos in the studio, but they're boring. I mean, they tend to, unless you're doing a tutorial, they tend to, you know, sort of revolve around the same sort of scene, and there's really not much sort of movement happening there. And I think getting out and about and learning how to do videos and good quality videos while you're out and about, I think that is a good aspiration when it comes to being a YouTuber. So don't get too hung up on quantity. More quality, and once or twice a week is probably a good start. Now obviously if you've got a lot to talk about, and some topics do, there is a lot of things to talk about, and so you can create content more frequently. But I think if you are trying to build a community for your YouTube channel around a particular subject, then obviously stick to quality. So that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to talk to you about today. A little vlog on my YouTube experience about, some of the challenges that I had. Am I planning to correct that in the near future? I don't know. I don't think that I'm that type of guy that can continuously, create topic content about one particular thing. But I will definitely keep it within the scope of some kind of tech, consumer tech anyway. So hopefully that doesn't discourage you if you're stuck around this long in the video. But it was great to have a chat with you again. I really do love your faces. Take care of yourself, and ciao for now.